attacking everyone, trying to make sure that they don't get all of the innocent people out of the city. And Zatanna's like, "Hey Bobo, why don't you use that magic sword you got there to cut some of these?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, I have this." Like, it's a giant sword.
Right. He's a monkey.
He's a chimp.
He's a chimp. He's got a short attention span.
Yeah, I like that he says this. He's all like, "Yeah, I got a sword that can get us through out of this dimension. Just don't step on any dragon eggs." And of course, Man-Bat's like, "Did you say dragon eggs?"
Yeah.
Like, yes, you know? And then I like this. Is he's looking back at Zatanna's like, "Please."
You have a plan, right? And she's like, "Probably.
Yeah.
I got something working." He's like, "Okay, you don't have a plan. Just try not to die."
He's like, "It would be pretty pity for the most interesting last few weeks of my life to end so quickly." Man-Bat.
Sorry. I got confused. Because I haven't read this for a week.
Ah, yes. Okay.
Dead Man's the one that tells her not to die.
Oh, okay.
Sorry about that.
No worries.
And then after that, they all go into the portal except for Zatanna and Constantine. And of course Wonder Woman, who's still having the super epic fight against the chick, Dawn.
Manitou Dawn and Hecate
Yeah.
manifest.
Yes. And is shooting purple laser beams from her eyeballs.
Craziness.
Everyone's flying around and it's kind of ridiculous. And then Hecate tells Dawn to go away and that she's just gonna fight Diana herself. And she's like, there's been enough fighting. You're slowly losing, and your friend who's trying to hold this place together, he knows that something's happening. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
This is where we get the next vessel's reveal.
Yes. So he can feel that all of the green in the world is dying, which is what he can control. What?
Poison ivy?
No.
Oh, okay.
Kind of another one in that realm. Black Orchid, which is
She can control the red and the green. What's the red?
the red is all the living animals.
Anything with blood.
Blood,
makes
yeah,
sense.
pretty much. And then the green is of course anything with the
Plant life.
Yeah. And then there's the rot, which is decay and death.
Which is Solomon Grundy.
Right.
Yeah,
Solomon Grundy, right.
And then there's another one. But it's weird.
Is it the blue?
No, it's magenta. Come on.
Oh, I do remember you talking about Solomon Grundy being
The rot.
the rot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they kind of mentioned at the beginning of this that they were all kind of felt what something was wrong.
Yeah, with the magic.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Swamp Thing feels that there's like something very, very, very bad happening.
Very beautiful floral scenes here. Oh, that was even worse than my last thing.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
It's ruined. No, it's okay.
Parliament of Trees.
Parliament
Yes.
of Trees.
Black Orchid is in the Parliament of Trees, which is like super far hidden in the depths of forest.
Okay.
And
The Amazon jungle.
yeah,
I thought it
the
was like
Amazon
the-
jungle.
The
That was going to be like the Council of Wells. Or the Parliament of Trees.
They're basically, they hold where all the swamp things go to die, and all the previous guardians of the planets and their
Nice.
history and their memories reside within these trees. So they are the repository of all the planet's real knowledge. As long as plant lives exist, the knowledge that's there has existed in this place. And she just walks in.
Yep. And she's witch marked, so Hecate is like, alright, we gotta get rid of this Parliament of Trees because they're part of magic and we are trying to rewrite all of magic here.
Right.
And
damn.
the Parliament of Trees must die.
Right before that, though, we get the interaction between Hecate and Wonder Woman.
Well, no, she says this, and then
Oh, she's being
said
said. Yes.
the Parliament of Trees must die, and then after that we get the talking.
The talking. Okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Alright, we get Wonder Woman is still all Super Saiyan about it, and they're talking and like, you carry a piece of me. We can rewrite this world. We can make this better. Wonder Woman's like, I don't want to do that. I want to help the world.
Right.
And she mentions what's going on about how all her friends have left and her and all this stuff like that. And, she lets unleash a little beating the shit out of Hecate. And then Hecate says, obey. Just blasts her.
Oh, wow. Obey.
Sends her crashing. And of course, Zatanna and John are over here like...
Constantine. I decided to call him Constantine. There's too many Johns.
Constantine. Zatanna's like kind of expressing her worries that Wonder Woman is using it as a blunt force trauma, like just beating the shit out of people with this magic use without the use of the consequence. And, there's the other side to it, and John's like, yeah, I'm sorry. Constantine's like, we just need to call a timeout here.
For real.
Regroup, tell Diana how to actually use magic, and then we can keep fighting, right? No.
No.
But as that's happening, Wonder Woman gets hit, blasted across. They go up to see if she's okay.
And Hecate is like, she is more than okay. She is what she is meant to be.
Ooh.
And then we get the super witchy Wonder Woman, and Hecate orders her to kill Constantine and Zatanna, and she says, yes, Witch Mother, which is where that book leads off.
I don't know why she was curious which mother she was looking for. It's the one that was right behind her. I said it. I don't regret it.
I do.
I said it and regret it.
Alright.
Then we move into
Wonder Woman number 57.
Wonder Woman number 57. Still written by Tinian.
Yep.
Art is by Pacino and McCartney.
Great cover on that one.
I got the variant cover. We both got the variant cover on this one. Which one?
The Semi-Virgin.
Which all those, again, have been super freaking cool looking.
Yeah.
Like, somewhere in this, they have, like, the variant cover Jenny Frisian? Frisian. Super cool. I got this one, and then we also got this, I think, the same one on for the next issue, and I'm just letting that go. I've been having the hard time with these bugs. They do not want to work with me.
SUDON does no longer understand the anatomy of comic books and how gravity affects them. He's lost all hope for holding a physical copy.
Magic is happening. It's rewriting the laws of physics. Like, don't know what's going on. All right.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna look at it and I'm gonna let you run the thing. Because if I touch it.
So we open up looking at the moon.
The moon.
It's so beautiful. Just readily, what is that word that I'm looking for? It was just done recently.
Full moon?
No.
Oh.
It was just recently reconstructed by Superman.
Yes.
Who put it back together with his hands.
Right.
Oh, I thought you meant that. Ow. Oh, yeah, that happened.
It did happen.
Justice League.
The Batmoon.
No Batman.
No Batman.
Episode.
In that one episode where we talk about that.
But where are we?
But we're not actually at the moon. It's a fake moon. A fake moon. And Wonder Woman wakes up in this pool of liquid because there's no liquid on the actual moon.
It looks like the city that we had come across when Manitou Dawn activated.
Oh, right.
Silver, gold. Silver.
Silver.
Great. The Witching Hour Part 4.
Yes, The Witching Hour Part 4.
Cheers.
And she wakes up and she hears a voice and she's like, "Who are you? What is this place?"
And it's Witchfire.
It's Witchfire. Who's all gray. And Wonder Woman's not gray.
She's all color. Everything
Girl's
else
not gray?
No.
Oh.
So the color on her is, compared to the background, which is all kind of black and whitish, silveryish, whereas then she's still colored. It's kind of cool.
Nice.
Which we find she's actually looking up at the Earth.
Yeah.
She's on the moon.
Nice.
And around her is liquid metal
stuff.
And what looks to be Black Orchid and Manitou Dawn floating in a puddle.
Ooh. Manitou Springs is dead.
Uh-oh.
Well, so apparently they're not dead. They're just in the subconscious of their minds. But their consciousness is shared because they're all being controlled by a Hecate.
Right.
I find it interesting that they don't show who the fifth person is.
That is true, but they kind of say you're standing in her place of power, the primal dominion of magic, the first mystery. This is Hecate's personal little domain. Yeah, and then this is where Fire's not the one that your Justice League blew up a little while back.
Yeah, not the one. Not that one.
Yeah.
Fake move.
Yes.
So she was mentioning about how that why is she awake and the other ones aren't. There must be a way out. And she's like, I'm dead. Witchfire's like, I'm dead.
Like, I'm very obviously dead. Like, she used me up like a match, and my consciousness is just here now.
Yikes.
This is where we kind of learn that when each of the hosts of the power dies, the power gets transferred onto the next host.
No, it releases from the host, and she gets it back.
Okay, it gets split. Yeah, Hecate gets it back.
So we find out. What we find out is that when she's not using the body, when she doesn't need the full consciousness of the person to be in there, because Wonder Woman's powerful enough that she doesn't need to be conscious to be able to use her body to do whatever she wants to do. They go to the weird subconscious place.
Right.
Moon, not moon. Yeah.
As we still see that Wonder Woman's kicking ass
At life in
Nanda
general.
Parbat.
Huh.
Yeah, and Constantine and Zatanna are hiding, and Constantine goes on a super guilt trip, like, oh, we're gonna die, and there's nothing that we can do, and all of my things that I have on my clothes, they're not working. What are they? Rune sigils that I have on my clothes to protect me and also use magic aren't working because magic is getting rewritten.
Right.
So he doesn't have a way to make anything work.
Yikes.
And he's like, I thought when I would die, when the apocalypse would come, I would go to this pub that I used to live around the corner from and just drink and sit there and let it happen. And Zatanna's like, shut up! And it hits him.
She's like, I've had enough of this self-loathing crap. You're John fucking Constantine. I think that's what it was said.
Yeah.
It's bleeped out.
Yeah.
You've given the finger to the devil himself, kind of just gives him this little, like, I need the clever jackass I know you are, blah, 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 that kind of, and then he coughs.
And then he coughs, and he's bleeding from his lungs. Cancer, which he didn't have for a really long time, because demon blood.
Right.
Which is now gone.
Yeah, if you remember, got torn out of his body by the Upside Down Man.
Right.
God, he was creepy.
Yeah, he was weird. So he's like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have my demon blood. I'm back to the basics of doing what I can, and I just used to be an exorcist.